Here's a good page that I'd like to share with you guys. It says, Day 1 Game Plan. This was what I wanted to do when I first came home from prison after serving 7 years. And the very first thing on the list, after 7 years of being locked up, this is the very first thing I wrote down in prison that I wanted to do. And that was... This notebook right here was something that was really important and valuable to me while I was in prison. And today, I want to share with you guys what's inside of this. You know, there's not much that really remains of my time in prison, and that's a whole nother story that I really don't want to get into because a lot of what I brought home with me from prison ended up getting thrown away. However, this is one of the few last relics that really is still preserved and still exists from the 7 years that I served for nonviolent drug offenses. And the contents inside of this are basically going to show you guys like what I was thinking about, what I was planning, what I was hoping, expecting, and wanting to accomplish when I got released from prison. There's a lot of, well, there's no other way to really say this, but there's a lot of really embarrassing stuff in this notebook. And again, today, I'm going to share with you guys exactly what's inside of this. But before I share with you guys the content, what's inside this notebook, and also some prison raps that I wrote while locked up that are in here as well, I want to tell you guys how I ran across this notebook again after not seeing this thing for quite a long time. So it was yesterday that for whatever reason, I wanted to search for somebody who I've talked about quite a bit here on After Prison Show, and somebody that I really want to have the opportunity to introduce all of you to. And who that person was Coffee Man. You know, I spent a lot of time locked up around this dude. He used to sleep in the bunk right beside mine, and I could not for the life of me, for the longest time, remember what this dude's actual name was. And the reason being is because I referred to this dude so much as just what his prison nickname was. Coffee Man. A guy, for those of you who might not be familiar with who Coffee Man was, who would do anything, and I mean virtually anything, for a damn cup of coffee, some prison mud. And again, for whatever reason, I got to thinking about this dude Coffee Man yesterday, and more so really just thinking, what was his damn real name? So with me desperately trying to remember what this dude's real name was, I used a technique that I actually learned from that TV show, The First 48 Hours, when they're trying to really incriminate a potential criminal or suspect. They actually get on their Facebook pages and really look to see what kind of post they're posting. Oh, this dude just admitted right here on Facebook in this post right here that he did it. You know, I don't know why anyone would put incriminating evidence out there in a post on Facebook. So yeah, I used this little First 48 technique, getting on Facebook, not so much looking at people's posts, but actually getting on my friends list. And I gotta tell you, most of my friends on Facebook are people that I've served time with. It's actually kind of crazy. I think I've got like 900 friends on Facebook, and more than half of those people I've been locked up with. But I thought if I went through my friends list and then the friends list of the guys who I've been locked up with, maybe I would run across old Coffee Man's picture. But long story short, and after about an hour of searching, I was coming up absolutely empty. I did run across a ton of other individuals who I had forgotten from all of the time that I served. These guys weren't friends of mine for whatever reason. Maybe I just hadn't run across them yet. Or maybe the more likely reason, I really just didn't like them that much. Or maybe they just didn't like me all that much. And you know, now that I think about it, I mean, how could you not like me? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't like me. But yeah, after about an hour or maybe more of Facebook stalking, I was coming up absolutely empty. I was getting a little frustrated, and then it hit me. Boom! Hit me just like a bung bung. I remembered. I've got this notebook that I had while I was locked up, and one of the things that was in that notebook was guys that I wanted to keep up with and remain in contact with after I was released. So I went digging for that notebook, and when I finally found it, I don't know how long it took me to find that notebook, but when I finally found it, found that page of guys I want to keep up with and keep in contact with, I looked down the entire list. Coffee Man's name was not there, but boom, 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 it hit me again. Maybe it was that notebook sparking something inside of my mind. I can't honestly explain how it happened, but all of a sudden, as I was looking through this notebook, I remembered Coffee Man's last name, and his last name was Satterfield. I immediately got back on Facebook. I typed in Satterfield. I couldn't remember his first name. I thought I knew what it was, but I was looking at like 1,000 plus different Satterfields. You know, I did not know Satterfield was that damn popular of a last name. But obviously it was, because there was like 1,000 plus different Satterfields I was looking at, and then all of a sudden I came across who I absolutely believe was Coffee Man. My God, the first 48 actually taught me something. And I ain't just talking about how often and likely guys are gonna get to snitching as soon as the word prison and doing some time gets to being mentioned inside that interrogation room. Prison? Hey, it was him. It was him. Just go look on his Facebook page. It's right there. He made a post about it yesterday. Wow. That was easy. We didn't even ask you the first question. As soon as you sat in the chair, pow, all that just came right on out. After maybe something like 2+ hours, my detective ingenuity, ingenious work, I felt like that had all paid off and I had found the living, breathing, real deal Holyfield. Well, not Holyfield, but actually Satterfield, Coffee Man. I was feeling damn proud of myself. I was like, damn, Joe, you did some detective work. You could have been an FBI. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you 2 pictures real quick, and I want you to be the judge. All of the facts up to this point, they line up. The way this guy looks, the location of this guy, the fact that this Facebook page, the last post on this Facebook page was from 2017. I got out in 2015. I don't know when Coffee Man got out, but all of the facts to this point, and most importantly, the pictures you're about to see, they all point in one direction. And they point toward that keefy bag of commissary prison mud and also at Coffee Man. Ladies and gentlemen, this picture that I'm showing you right here, first and foremost, this is a caricature that I drew of Coffee Man while locked up. Look how dingy and yellow that white t-shirt, or what's supposed to be a white t-shirt. We oftentimes refer to that as a prison rag. That thing has been run through the prison laundry one too many times, and I'm talking about it only takes one time. Sending your t-shirts and your boxers and socks to the prison laundry for them to come back looking piss-stained yellow. This again is the caricature that I drew of Coffee Man, and this picture right here, this is the guy Satterfield who I just ran across on Facebook. Thanks especially to the first 48 hours and old Joe's detective work. You cannot sit here and tell me that is not a spitting image. My God, I should have been like a Picasso or something. I absolutely nailed this. These 2 pictures right here look damn near identical. But, you know, I do have to admit, there is a slight potential, it might be more than a slight potential, but there is a potential that this Satterfield right here, that's not Coffee Man. And the reason I'm saying that is because once I was able to see the caricature and then the picture, and I was like, wow, those 2 pictures look almost identical. I went through this Satterfield's friends list, and you know, there was not one single person who I or he had served time with. And you got to imagine, this guy had a bunch of friends on his Facebook page. You would think there would be at least one person. All we needed was one person. I've got 900 friends on Facebook. I should have that blue check next to my name as a public figure. And more than half of those people I've served time with. And you're telling me between my friends list and this guy's friends list, there was not one common denominator. Not one. Though as absolutely strange and ironic as it might be, this might not be the actual Coffee Man. The only thing that could even make any sense of this situation, if in fact this is the actual Coffee Man, is maybe this guy just did not want any prison friends as friends on Facebook. I mean, this guy was not all that popular in prison. He definitely did not have that easy of a time while locked up. Guys made fun of him. Guys took advantage of him. And they did so because they knew this guy would do anything, almost anything, for a damn cup of coffee. But you know, this guy slept right in the bunk next to mine. And you know, I was kind of cool with Coffee Man. I didn't treat him that badly. You would imagine I would at least be on this guy's Facebook page. There's only 2 pictures to post on this Facebook page. Again, this was created in 2017. This individual in question is from the common area where Coffee Man used to run around at. I do remember that from conversations that I had with him. But it's just the damnedest thing for me to think about that this might not be the actual Coffee Man. You know, I guess that old saying is true. Everybody's got a twin. I wonder who mine is. You know, a lot of people try to tell me I look like JJ Redick from the 76ers. I'll take that. But wow, that took a long time to get to the actual prison notebook part. Moving on, and finally, this damn prison notebook. This thing that I want to share with you guys so much, but also this thing, it's pretty embarrassing. The contents inside of this thing, you know, some things should probably remain private, but not me. Ain't nothing gonna remain private with me. I'm as transparent as the president. And please do not take that as any kind of political jab, even though I know that's exactly what that was. I got no sides at all. Completely neutral. 50-50, right in neutral. We ain't going in first gear. We ain't going in second, third, or reverse. Completely neutral. I just said transparent like a president, like the president, because, you know, I know sometimes they try to say that presidents, they're not very transparent. Let's go ahead and open up this old prison notebook, and I'm going to begin to share with you guys the contents of what's inside of here. Where do I even begin? The first thing that I'm looking at right here, I've got my Facebook information right here, and I've also got this little letter or this little something written right here that I want to read to you guys. This will probably just give you a little sneak peek of what's to come inside of this book. Now, before I read this to you, I want to say that, like, as I'm glancing over this, I can remember the reason I was writing this. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember that I was dealing with something. Something had happened while I was locked up that had really got up under my skin. It was like somebody had made me mad. I don't know if it was like somebody in prison. It most likely was like, I probably wanted to fight this person, but I was thinking, man, I'm about to go home. Joe, do not jeopardize your release date. And I wrote this right here to myself saying, no matter how all of this plays out, you just got to keep moving on. Move forward and look at the bigger picture. Me getting out. Me potentially becoming successful. Staying true to myself above all else. I know once I get out there, I'll start getting to the money, and that's it. Boy, how naive was I, just like so many others, thinking, as soon as I walk right out them gates, I'm gonna have that first check just basically dropped in my lap. Serving time, you're gonna have a lot of grand illusions, and you're gonna realize after you get released that that's exactly what they wore when you were serving time. Not everything is gonna be as easy as you might think it is while you're locked up getting ready to come home. I continued on saying, and I've got this X'd out, so I'm gonna read it to you guys anyways. It says something like, chicks will come a dime a dozen, or a dozen dimes. Woo, that's fly right there. Chicks gonna come a dime a dozen, or a dozen dimes. You know, when I got released, I ain't seen not one dime till I met my wife. And that took me damn near 3 years, so I don't know about no dime a dozen or a dozen dimes. Y'all remember what it was like for me last year when I was single?
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Hi.
Hey, how y'all doing today? Hey, how y'all doing?
I didn't find a penny out there. Chicks will come a dime a dozen or a dozen dimes. Tinder. Huh, yeah, okay. Ain't no dimes up there on Tinder, I can tell you that. There's a lot of faking going on Tinder. Is that a girl or is that a dude? Work on getting my license, drive to work program. So this was a program that if you didn't have a license and you lost your license because of court fines, you could try to get in with this program. I think it was like some lawyers, you paid them, and they were supposed to like go to court and fight for you to get a restricted license. All the while consolidating your debt. It was almost like a debt consolidation type of thing, or at least that was what we were led to believe while locked up. You know, I got released, I tried to contact these people. They told me for $300, they would go out there and find all of the court fines that I owed and then tell me how much I owe. Damn, I could do that for free. Why I gotta pay you $300 for that? Community service for certain fines. That was an option, even though I just went ahead and paid off all of my fines. Certain cities will offer, you know, you doing community service to pay off your fines. I don't think any of the cities I owed fines to offered anything like that. Think about t-shirt designs, getting tons of ideas together for that. Think about Vine videos. I had read an article. This was one of the things that inspired me to come home and do YouTube. I remember reading this article about these two Viners. I can't remember who they were. It was a guy and a girl. And like how they were just getting rich doing Vine. And I said, you know, when I go home, I'm doing YouTube. I don't even know what YouTube is. I actually spelt YouTube. YouTube. The letter U. Too. I didn't even know how to spell YouTube. Think about Vine videos and other social media, especially videos through YouTube. There's some other stuff right here that's not important at all. I got a note right here. It's on a Walmart sticky pad. It says Walmart Straight Talk phone. You know, one of my phones, this phone right here, as a matter of fact, is actually a Walmart Straight Talk phone. So I'm glad that I at least did one of the things that were in this book. Now, this is an interesting page right here. You can see I've got taped inside of this notebook. And mind you, this tape right here, I hope you can see it and the green screen's not keying it out. But this tape right here is green masking tape. And this was actually tape that I used while I was a mural painter in the prison that I would tape off the borders of whatever painting I was doing. Under here, I've got a sale paper from Staples. I'm telling you, when you were serving time in prison, like everything, including sections of the sale paper in the newspaper, are extremely valuable to you. And I don't even know why I kept this sale paper. What the hell is in this? Oh, okay, so this is from Staples, and they talk about how to do advertising, whether on like cups or shirts or pins. And you know, again, thinking about doing the videos, and back then having my blog, I really wanted to advertise what I was getting ready to come home and attempt to do. But I've also got a sticky note on top of that sale paper of things that I want to get when I get released. The number one thing on that list is a camera, and I was expecting a camera to cost about $500. That's about right. Next on the list, I had a phone at $300, And most certainly you can get a starter phone coming home from prison for that, and in a lot of cases, a lot cheaper than that. But I was thinking $300 was gonna get me an iPhone X. I don't even think that'd give me a down payment on one of them things. A laptop for $650, ain't no way. Ain't no way. That laptop right there, that's $1,500. And that computer in there with Cody sitting in there editing. Cody, you okay in there? Just checking on you. And that computer in there, Cody sitting in there editing on, ain't no $650 right there. Matter of fact, a lot of you out there helped us get that computer last year. Art supplies, $300 for some new brushes, canvases, markers, drawing paper. I definitely had plans to come home and do art, which I actually did. I was doing paint night events. I was painting. I was selling some paintings. And I'm just now starting to get back to doing that again. Not the paint night events. I learned. Another story for another time, though. And shoes and clothes was last on the list. Funny how I had a camera, phone, laptop, art supplies above the absolute necessities, clothes and shoes, or at least clothing. And I got that at $500. $500, you can definitely get started out here in the free world after serving some time. Moving on to this next page, I've got some wants and I've got some needs. My wants include a wireless printer, photocopier, scanner for $70. I think I probably got that exact one. Some exomax-man.com. My God, I know that's probably going to be some growth hormone stuff. I got to be completely honest with you. And this is where this is going to start getting embarrassing, because there's going to be a lot of stuff where I was trying to get bigger and stronger. It's embarrassing. I wanted to come home and be like some kind of fitness guy. I wasn't even all that big when I came home from prison. But again, when you're locked up, you're thinking about, man, I'm going to come home and I'm going to be like this stallion. So yeah, I'm guaranteeing that's what that was. Rushflyers.com, got no idea. Why is this under my wants? Music, $9.99 a month, unlimited. I have no idea what I'm talking about there. A nice watch. I had a nice watch when I came home, but that, again, is another story for another time. A decent acoustic guitar, got one downstairs. A tuner, I don't know where the guitar tuner's at. Under the needs, I've got a laptop, a Toshiba with Intel Core i3 processor, 17-inch screen, 6 gigabytes of RAM, $500. It's not a very good laptop. A dentist, that's under my needs. Hair dye. You know, if I had been thinking before speaking, I'd have skipped over that one because, well, you guys see, it's embarrassing. I got a lot of gray hair. You know, somebody once asked me while I was locked up, I was just getting to receiving in prison. They said, God, man, how old are you, man? Why you got all that gray hair? I said, I'm 32, I'm locked up. My girl's out there probably knocked up. What you mean, why I got all this gray hair? You have gray hair too if you knew Jody was at your house every single... Stress. In prison, you're most certainly going to be dealing with some. Needs also include a giant canvas backdrop. I was thinking about the videos at this point. We've got the green screen now. Headphones, studio quality, some dope glasses. You probably thought I was talking about some real dope, but I'm talking about some cool looking sunglasses. I've got a lot of cool looking sunglasses now, so that's pretty awesome. Some t-shirts, some hygiene, some clothes, some shoes. Gas station supplements. Again, thinking I was gonna come home and be this fitness guru. I'm gonna be a trainer, I'm gonna be a personal trainer, and all I'm gonna train is single soccer moms. GNC supplements. My God, I was trying to be like one of them baseball players or somebody who'd be failing for the HBH or whatever that stuff is called. GHB. I think that's what it is. Some wife beaters. I'm talking about the t-shirts, not actually doing something like that. And again, some custom graphic t-shirts. Let's move on. Real quick, I'll share this with you. Another sticky note that says what I need to do. Get probation straight. Find work. Start all my court fines. Means start paying all my court fines. Outline what I'm trying to pursue. Ain't that what this whole notebook is supposed to be? Learn as much as I can about computers and social media. You guys have got to keep in mind, when I got released, I had no idea how to even use a smartphone. You want to talk about trying to learn how to text on this little thing? And here further proves that stallion type stuff that I keep mentioning, because it says right here, pursue mural painting, paint parties, fitness trainer, and a life coach. Oh, boy. Dream as big as the ocean is vast. What kind of life coaching was I going to do coming home from prison? I needed some life coaching. You know, it's crazy because I'm actually going through this notebook just roasting myself. I hope you guys are at least getting a couple of laughs out of this. My legs are sweating. That's how embarrassing this is. Underneath that sticky note, here's a good page that I'd like to share with you guys. It says, Day 1 game plan. This was what I wanted to do when I first came home from prison after serving 7 years. And the very first thing on the list, after 7 years of being locked up, this is the very first thing I wrote down in prison that I wanted to do. And that was film release rocking one of my custom Joe Rights is Wrongs t-shirts, because back then, After Prison Show hadn't even been named yet. Introduction by Matt and then me. Now, Matt was a friend of mine who rocked with the blog. I haven't talked to this guy in a long time. We got back in contact after a very long time. And I just want to give a real special shout out to this dude. It is actually in major thanks and completely in thanks, actually. The videos of my actual release and from the very first day of me being home that you guys have seen here on After Prison Show, he's the reason for those. He filmed those. He came here from North Carolina just to be here on my release. I never even met this dude. Just an awesome, awesome friend. Next was go to the thrift store for clothes, some resources, because if you're coming home from prison or jail, you know, the thrift store could be a potential resource to you. And also continue filming. Go to the bank next. Go to my bank in Chesapeake, open an account. I actually did that on the first day that I came home. I walked in with that prison check, and as soon as I walked in there, I felt like all the eyes on me. Hello, can we help you? Are you lost? Do you know you're in a bank? I legitimately felt like they thought I was in there to rob the place. I hadn't been in public in 7 years, so anxiety was a major thing I was dealing with. Little did I know then, and what I've learned since then, going into the bank, you know, they're gonna say hello to you anytime you go in there. They're gonna say it to anybody. Don't matter who you are. Just what they do at a bank. They say, hello, can we help you? Are you lost? Do you know you're in a bank? They're gonna say, you know, now that I think about it, they'll be saying all that extra stuff to everybody else. Start getting in touch with people on the phone, Facebook, go to Staples. Again, we looked at that Staples ad in here. Art supply store, I need a big whiteboard. I don't know what I needed that for. And then finally, what I wanted to eat on my first day home, which I never did. This was the first thing that I wanted to eat. And you know what that was? Y'all probably thinking some vajayjay. Nope, weren't that. Golden Corral. I think I've been there a total of maybe 4 times in the almost 3 years since I've been released from prison. A page that I was talking about earlier in this video, people that I wanted to stay in contact with, a guy by the name of Steve. I served a lot of time with this guy while locked up. He worked on electronics. Super smart dude, super mechanical, super Mr. Fix-It, Mr. Build-It. And I wanted to keep in touch with this guy because of some work opportunities or potential work opportunities. This guy, as far as I know, is out here and doing really well. Another guy by the name of Bird, he was a rec man. Me and this guy played chess, played Scrabble, played basketball all the time together. Bird was a big dude, but Bird was also a little bit older than me. Mind you, I was like 32 when I was serving time with this dude Bird, and we would be in the gym all the time together. And you know, we would play basketball a lot, me and him, like one-on-one. And you know, sometimes I would beat this guy, and anytime that I did, oh, I would talk so much trash to this dude. Bird, what you doing letting me beat you? I don't even really know how to ball like that, man. You're supposed to be built like that. Bird was an awesome dude, and again, somebody who I think is doing really well out there. Another individual by the name of, I don't want to mention this person's name because I don't like this guy anymore. This guy became real shady after I got released, and the sad thing about it is, you know, we were really, really cool, really good friends. He was another mural painter. I did a lot of time with this dude, and you know, we talked about so much stuff together, so many plans, so many ideas, really smart guy. But when he got released, and I've seen this happen, there's gonna be a couple of people on this list that are gonna be just like this. Gets released, completely flips the script, did some really shiesty stuff behind my back involving a female who was a part of my life at that time. Really, really messed up situation. Next on this list is another mural painter by the name of Anderson. This was also a cool guy. I spent a lot of time with this dude. He was a big dude, young dude, and also pretty crazy. I mean, this guy would just fly off the handle. It didn't matter who he was talking to. He could be talking to a whole gang of people. And this dude wasn't even really built like that. He was just crazy. What y'all looking at over there? I don't care which set you repping. Yeah, it's just me and I ain't in no gang. Why you keep looking? Hey, Anderson, man, I'm gonna holler at you, man. There's like 20 dudes over there. This guy's definitely been struggling a lot since coming home, and I do hope this guy's doing well. I've talked with him a couple of times, but just haven't remained in contact as much as, you know, I probably should have. An awesome dude that I served time with by the name of Miko. This guy is out there. I believe he's doing really well. I see him on Facebook from time to time. He posts pictures with his girl. He's been with his girl for a long time. Just a really awesome dude. I saw a video he posted not too long ago. He's got a big jacked up truck and he was riding through like 5 feet of water in this thing with the big snorkel muffler on it. So special shout out to Miko. Awesome dude. Definitely somebody I wish I could introduce you guys to, but he's a world away from where After Prison Show is. Maybe sometime in the future, we can make that happen. Shiflet. What do I got written by Shiflet? Get number from, another prisoner. Shiflet. Well, we've definitely remained in contact with him. Old Sunshine. My old bunkie. give number. You know, I don't know what's been going on with this guy. A lot of folks have asked for an update about this dude. I've mentioned this dude before. I've told some stories about this guy. I mean, he was a really awesome dude while locked up. I think I talked to him one time since getting released. And this guy is just ghost. I don't see him on Facebook anymore. I don't hear anything about him. So, and I've looked for him to see if he's locked up. I don't see him locked up, so I just hope everything is okay with him. A guy by the name of Brandon, he was another tattoo artist. This dude has since gotten locked back up. Connor knows this guy very well. And he turned into a real scumbag once getting released. He did some real scumbag stuff. I don't want to get into that. But you know, that's an unfortunate situation. A guy by the name of C, who reminded me so much of this rapper, Yo Gotti. I mean, this guy was like a spitting image of Yo Gotti. And he lived that thug life. I see this guy still out there. He's on Facebook. So, you know, I hope he's doing really well. I haven't remained in contact with him at all. Larry, this was a dude that was a super good friend of mine. Another bunkie of mine who, just like the guy at the very beginning of this list, came home, flipped the script, also did some really shady stuff involving a female, and I think he's locked back up. I looked for this guy yesterday once I found this notebook, and I was doing all that investigating on Facebook, and I saw that he was locked up, so that's an unfortunate situation. A dude by the name of Justin, I ain't heard from him at all. I see him, he looks like he's doing okay. A guy by the name of Jay Lecky, this guy's a tattoo artist, was a really good artist overall. I see him, he's doing okay. Another Brandon dude, this guy has struggled so much with addiction in his life, but now, just like Shiflet, this guy has his own fishing boat, and he's out there living that fisherman lifestyle, so super happy to hear that. Special shout out to everybody on this list who is doing the right thing and didn't turn into a scumbag when I got released, so shout out to all of them. Real quick, we're going to run through this page, and then I'm going to get into some of these prison raps that I wrote, and wait till you guys hear this. This page is called Things to Get, Try, See, Watch, Hear, or Do When I Get Released. The very first thing on this list is Growth Hormone Mass Builder, HGH. GNC store. What you was really thinking about while you was locked up? Don't ask me, but this list only goes from bad to worst. Get Skype for video calls. Get on adultspace.com. I don't know. You know what? I don't think I ever looked at that. Now I'm curious. Bumble, a dating app. Never messed with that. Plenty of Fish, definitely messed with that. Zing.com, Rise.com, LinkedIn.com, Friendster.com, Flickr.com, Wholesale Forum, probably.com, Grailed.com, and mind you, Grailed, this is a site for selling used clothing because that was something that I thought I was going to come home and do. I wanted to set up my own Amazon, but instead of selling like everything, I wanted to sell name brand nice used clothes. Joe, don't they got eBay for that? Again, mind you, the guy who was writing this 7 years ago, this ink on this paper is from 7 years ago inside of a Virginia penitentiary. I wasn't really too familiar with eBay neither. LikedTwice.com and Twice.com. So again, these are some used clothing sites, and I was finding all of this information. You're probably wondering, like, Joe, how did you know about some Bumble and some Plenty of Fish? Well, I would either see it on TV or learn about it from magazines or newspaper or from other prisoners. Hey, yo, you ever mess with Bumble? Oh, you talk about the tuna fish? I like tuna fish. Periscope, Etsy, Dior Sauvage. I'm pretty sure that's the cologne that I actually wear right now. VigorLabs.com. Please don't visit that website because that's going to be another one of them damn Joe thinking he was going to be a bodybuilder. Friends with Benefits, the movie. Tons of magazines I want to keep up with. Men's Health, Men's Fitness, Hip Hop Weekly, GQ, and BM. What is BM? Buttman? That's exactly what BM is. Workout every day at the fitness room at the complex. Yeah, right, we getting released. We trying to be eating at some Golden Corral. Find the closest hotel. Why I gotta find the closest hotel? Boy, I thought I was gonna be getting me some JJ for real. Check out the scenery. What's around? Who to? I'm new here. Where have I been? I just came back from overseas. I was on a soccer team. What team? U.S. I was on the U.S. soccer team. I ain't been here in 7 years. Spend time on YouTube. And I can't emphasize this again. YouTube. iTunes or equivalent. Wonder if you can get movies there too. Can you get movies on iTunes? I still don't know the answer to that. Flyers for fitness training and rec room or tattoo work or caricatures. Testovax, maximum vitality, increased performance. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for that increased performance. Because I knew when I got released, there wasn't going to be nothing. Performance, I was going to be like, Woo, we done. Hey, I'm a holla at you. Got a cigarette. Build muscle mass, growth factor 9+. Sounds like a lot of growth factor if it's a 9+. I wonder if they were talking about inches. Guitar tabs for Everything Changes, One Last Dance. Those are two songs that I liked a lot. I still like them. Paperless postage. This was written not only by the prison version of myself 7 years ago, but also a guy who was definitely dealing with some ADHD. Dollar Photo Club, iStock, Fatoya. I don't know what that is. Cool Images. Fiverr.com, make videos for $5. Splashhat.com, build a quick site, sell ticket. Oh, I was doing this for my potential paint night events. Buffer, send messages at optimal times to reach larger audiences. TaskRabbit.com, Wunderlist.com. I believe these two sites were sites where you could go up there and look for like odd jobs. I'm pretty sure that's what that was about. TowerStudios.net, I don't know what's all that. BME Music Entertainment. Now, what I'm getting into right here, look, one of the things that I had a pipe dream about doing while locked up was becoming the next Eminem. Or maybe not so much the next Eminem, maybe like the next Mac Miller. Or maybe not so much the next Mac Miller, maybe the next Post Malone. So a lot of this is going to be like record labels and stuff. Texture. What are we talking about with texture? Check out all your favorite magazines online for one price. Bandcamp. Music site for up-and-coming artists. Evil Eyes. Please. Hey, don't look up what Evil Eyes is. You've been warned. Startline.com, helping guys coming home. Dazzle.com and Overstock.com. That was all of the things that I wanted to get, try, see, watch, hear, or do. Let's get to the raps. I know this is what you guys have all been waiting for. The raps that I wrote while I was in prison. Let's stop by this page first. Another embarrassment of the things that I was thinking about while serving time. Day one, play by play. I mean, when you're locked up, you're going to think about every minute, every second, every hour of that first day you get released. And this is what I wrote. Go to 7-Eleven first, get coffee. I didn't, I got a Slurpee. Sex stamina pills, condoms. Boy, I just knew I was going to be laid up in some vajayjay. I wasn't. And I didn't get either of those two last things. Get haircut, styled, and bleached by appointment somewhere. Why was I trying to have bleached hair? I'm telling y'all, I thought it was going to be Eminem. Go to the thrift store, get clothes, maybe 1 or 2 outfits, possibly go to Chesapeake Court, set a payment plan. I ain't do that for the longest time. Go to the bank, set up an account, cash check, prepaid Visa, and make hella calls. Go to PO, check in, lunch, chill for a while, possibly through phone calls to friends. I've got a mock budget. Check this little sticky pad out right here. Thinking that I was going to have $1,000 a week from doing caricature work and job. Okay, that makes sense. So I thought I was going to come home and potentially get a job making $500 a week. That never happened. I ended up working at a temp service making $45 a day, times that by about the 3 or 4 days a week that I was working, and I wasn't even making half of that. And then take half of that $1,000 for $10 and put $500 on my court fines. I'll be left with $500. Put $100 a week away on bills. So I was gonna have $400 a month in bills. I don't know what planet I was living on. Save $150 and that would leave me with $250. My God, that was a little off. Finally, folks, we have reached the rap section of this notebook. You can tell that this is the rap section because I've got this little, what do you call one of these things? Like a bookmark. I've got this green masking tape bookmark symbolizing that we have reached my prison rap section. And you gotta bear with me, okay? I don't know if this is gonna be good. I don't know if this is gonna be absolute cringeworthy, but maybe this will give you a little more insight into what my mentality was like when I was serving all of this time. But this first rap, it's not titled, it's not very long. Honestly, I'm probably reaching my wit's end because this chick that I'm effing with probably effed like 6 men. Sounds about right. While I was gone, but now I'm on. My life is in this music, so it's through each track that I'm dying on. There's pressure to perform, but on the surface I look fine and calm. But inside my chest, there's a hailstorm firebomb. Woo! God, Cody! Go to the auto-tune! My family effing hates me. So if you ever see them, say hi to moms. But single mothers love me, so I'm always saying hi to moms. Oh God, that was nice. I ain't gonna lie. I'm blushing because I know I'm in the wrong line of work. Joe Paradise, that was my rap name, y'all. Joe Paradise. Joe Paradise, a dude just trying to right his wrongs. Looking for more proof, can go like Joe rights his wrongs. Woo! I was plugging my little blog with that. Optimistic, praying that my life is long, because I'm lost to this system. I mean, so much of my life is gone. They're waiting on me to come home like Super 8, the light is on, and haters trying to block my shine, praying that my light is gone. But now my light is strong, and you can never out my flame. What you really think you're gonna do, take me out my frame? Nah. Yeah, that last part, I don't know what happened. That was the first rap. Let's go ahead and check out the next rap. And mind you, there's only like 3, maybe 4. There's not very many raps in this notebook. And you know, the sad thing about that is, just thinking about that, I wrote a lot of raps and I lost a lot of it. Since the age of 18 and spending so much of my life in and out of being locked up, whether jail or prison, I was always rapping and always having notebooks and notebooks. I probably had, I don't even want this to sound crazy, but I know I had like at least 2 or 3 full albums in the works. They probably were like all of these that I'm sharing with you incomplete. Maybe a few were complete, but my God, there was some good stuff in there. And it's all lost. All of it, except for what's in here. But this next rap, Paradise. A whole rack of effing time gone. And people act like they care when your Facebook page is signed on. Woo! Go, we going in from the very first 2 bars. Record execs talking about some lines that I should sign on. I guess I could cross that Florida-Georgia line and try to get my sign on. Told y'all I thought I was gonna be a country singer too. But inside my head, it's like a ticking time bomb. And I've been through so much, it's like my mind's gone. Just trying to get it back. Just trying to find calm. Just trying to find peace. Because I'm tired of being that sacrificial lamb. And I ain't blind sheep. A little messed up right there. I want to live fast because in prison time creeps. And turn my bed into a piggy bank where dimes sleep. My piggy bank was super empty. Like, yeah, come get in my bed. Still a little effed up because that other chick's up in my head. Told her to get her stuff, but she ain't gone yet. So just to try to keep her off my mind, I keep a couple on deck. Woo-hoo! Go, that was nice. I'm on to the next, on to the next one. Ain't so easy when the last one was your best one or was your best friend. Now I'm just Wolverine to this chick. Part of her X-Men. Ooh, God, that was nice. But I want to cry at the same time. This next rap, I got no idea, but I'll just go ahead and share it with you guys. I know when I was gone, that was hard to deal with, but somehow you held it down, and to me, that's some real ish. Who else could make you feel ish when you ain't feel ish? Now I'm home and your body's like my field trip. Okay, obviously I was writing this to some chick. Yeah, I'm gonna need a bed pass. Cause when it comes to you and me, I'm coming dead last. And I'm gonna have your hind parts up in a full-bodied bed cast. Treat me like a stiff drink going to your head fast. And you ain't gonna be able to handle that. Put you up in the buck, legs up, candle wax. Look, hey, this, you might, if you got some kids in the room, this is, I don't know if this one's all right. Have you walking funny like a broken sandal strap. Blow your back. All right, we're done with that one. That was bad. Obviously, I was writing that to a lady friend. I don't know who that was. How many more of these are there? There's only 2 more, so bear with me. If this is super cringeworthy, I do apologize, but I know some people are probably like, man, Joe, boy, you was like the next Vanilla Ice up in there. Heavily anticipated, they waiting on my debut. Now bad chicks naked freaking for me like on pay-per-view. My God, you remember the Spice Channel. Finally home making do, trying to make it out here and still be getting paper too. The legit way. But I gotta chill cause I'm on papers too. And my PO just praying that I'm gonna break some rules. They be doing that, they be praying for that. I bet you every time before they go to sleep, that's exactly what they pray. Dear Lord, please let Joe Guerrero. But I'm trying to do it all legit the right way. Go piss up in that cup and tell that chick to have a nice day. Bum, here's a cup, take it. I don't need it no more. It's filled up. 3 drops. Can you test that? Wait a minute, hold up. I can't feel my face. Major friend request, bad chicks all up in my space. Major friend request from bad chicks all up in my face. All up in my face. When they see me, they like, welcome home. Man, it's been so long since you've been gone, dog. Welcome home. I guess that was the name of that song, Welcome Home. One more. Look, I know you're probably ready to hit that dislike button on this video. Please don't do that. Please like this video. Let's help this video get to at least like 2,500 likes. Because I'm sharing with you guys my soul. It's like I ripped my soul out of my body, put it on this SD memory card, and get ready to upload my soul to YouTube. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the best one or the worst one, but this is the last one. That's what I can tell you. People are always giving up. Always leaving me for dead. Like it's to their expectations I ain't living up. But prison had an expiration, now I'm free and it's me they're hitting up. Trying to offer me an explanation, nah. I ain't trying to hear all that. A lot of static in the air, but I ain't trying to clear all that. Matter of fact, you can walk away and have it remain just the same. You ain't even got to be near all that. Let's just both go our separate ways, because it took me coming home all of a sudden for you to want to be next to Jay. That used to be my nickname, Jay. Prison nickname, too. But where were you when my hair was going extra gray? In prison treated like I wasn't even what you defecate. I wasn't ish. But now all of a sudden I got a chance to really do it, and that's got you going through it. Because in some strange sense, that's got you feeling like you blew it. I guess you did. I guess you blew it. That one was a little messed up. There's one last thing I'm going to share with you guys real quick. When I posted about this video, I gave like a little snippet like, hey, we're going to do a video about this on Twitter. I posted this picture on Twitter yesterday, and the only thing people could see was this little thing sticking out at the bottom of this notebook. You probably can't even see it right here. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the picture of what people picked up on. And it was these toes sticking out of this notebook. And everybody was like, Joe, you got a foot fetish? Joe, why you got some toes hanging out that notebook, that prison notebook? What's going on there? But I'm going to share this one last thing with you guys real quick. And what that is, what those toes were a part of, the last embarrassment, the last part of my soul. There's nothing left. This was my prison girlfriend, y'all. She's a little older. She's a cougar. Jennifer Aniston. If you see this video, me and you spent a lot of time together. A lot of time together. We've been all over the world together, as a matter of fact. There's your toes right there. I think I broke your foot. Let's straighten that out. But yeah, that's my prison notebook. Basically like my mind state while in prison. All contained inside of this thing. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's a humbling and crazy thing at the same time. It's humbling to be able to see where my life is at in comparison to what I was thinking and hoping to do while locked up. It's also crazy to think about how many things I thought I would be able to do, how many things that are in that notebook that I have actually done. But you know, whether you're locked up, whether you're out here in the free world, you should have you a notebook. You should write down, you should plan, you should make it like a, what do you call it? We clip out the pictures and you put the pictures in the book. It's called a scrapbook. You should have like a notebook / scrapbook of just what you want to accomplish in your life, no matter where you are. No matter if you're down, no matter if you're up, no matter if you're dealing with things and feeling like things ain't gonna get any better. Let that notebook be that motivating thing, that tool, that driving force. Everything inside of that notebook is what you want to do, whether you do it or whether you don't do it. You will accomplish some of the things in that notebook, because that prison notebook right there that I just shared with all of you is living proof that that type of stuff can happen, that you will accomplish things, that you'll be able to look back on it in the future and laugh and reminisce. But again, no matter where you're at, put yourself a notebook together and use that to look at, to study, to game plan every second, every minute, every hour, whatever you need to do to get you to where you want to be. Because for me, myself, while locked up and serving time, a notebook was all I had. And you know, I think I'm going to keep that thing forever. Hey, look, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly what you thought about it. As always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day.